Plane crash chaos. A pilot and his two sons are amazingly unharmed after their small plane crashes near a busy highway in Anne Arundel County. WJZ is live. George Solis has the very latest on the investigation into what went wrong. George?
Good evening, Mary. We now know the name of that pilot. He's 32 years old, Christopher Curry of Odenton. Amazingly, he was able to land that plane near a busy highway without crashing into any cars. Chopper 13 over the dramatic scene in Anne Arundel County.
Airplane accident 97 south, hour 50 east. Device that plane crashed into the woods.
Small plane partially in pieces resting in a wooded area near the busy ramp on eastbound Route 50. Swarms of police and fire crews surrounding the aircraft, authorities say, was occupied by a lone pilot and his two young sons. Amazingly, none were injured in the wreck.
The adult pilot and two children passengers appear to be okay. We have an EMT on scene checking them out.
According to authorities, the pilot flew out of Tipton Airport here in Fort Meade and was on his way back, but then reported having engine troubles. The preliminary investigation noting that the pilot, identified as 32-year-old Christopher Curry, began losing RPMs and noticed smoke coming from the engine compartment. Curry made the decision to make an emergency landing and somehow was able to avoid the rush hour traffic, only striking a light pole and guardrail. Those in the area who later saw evidence of the wreck grateful no lives were lost, especially during a week where another plane crash made national headlines.
After the Roy Holiday, plane crash, obviously this is disturbing, and but really glad everybody's safe this time, and especially with kids.
A lot of times these things are resulting in death, and just looking at that plane and the damage to the plane, it kind of indicates that, they're very fortunate.
Maryland State Police, who led the initial crash investigation, say they will not speculate on the cause, noting the crash will be investigated by federal authorities. Now, both the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board have been called in to investigate the crash. Live in Anne Arundel County tonight, George Solis reporting for WJZ.
George, thank you. The crash did result in some traffic backups, but the ramp was reopened within 4 hours of that crash.